Welcome back to the madness. It is Monday. It's been a day. I'm in a funk. It is 2:30. And I was like, do I even want to film this clip? I'm like, yes. I'm going to film this clip. Not feeling oh my God. Words, I'm telling you. I'm not filming my Flosstube today. I am just, I don't know. It's nasty out here. It's only 82 degrees, but the humidity is so bad. It's like, you just feel icky, yucky. I just got out of a funeral home. And the guy's like, I gotta go home and change. I'm like, why? And he's like, this humidity, I was out in the cemetery with my coat on and I am drenched. I'm like, oh yeah, go home and take a shower. He's like, yeah, I told him I'm taking my hour lunch and taking a shower. And I'm like, I don't blame you. But yeah, it's like right when you walk out of a car or step out of the car, whatever you want to call it. It's like, bam, in your face. It's hard to breathe. It's just, it's nasty. Nasty nastiness. And I'm not happy because of the nastiness. Yeah, so what are you going to do? There's nothing you can do. I have 2 more at the shop. But I'm going to go deliver this one. Because if this person isn't home, then I was going to have to take this one back already. So, back to the shop. And it's just easier just to go deliver it now. Yeah, so I did get a lot of stitching done. Could I have done more? Yes. Do I play too much on my phone? Yes. Was I watching too much TV? Yes. When I put a book on last night, oh my God, I was just like stitching away. I really love stitching and listening to a book. Yeah, I mean, I was having the whole weekend's I've been off. Not knowing, not caring for the stuff I was stitching on. I would put on a book and I'm like, oh no, it's annoying me. So then I would go to TV and it's like, ugh, it's annoying me. So finally I ended up watching The Amazing Race. And then last night I was like, okay, I'm going to just listen to something off of Audible. So I picked the cheesiest cover. It's the ones that I see in the stores, you know? It was this bright blue color, and there was snow falling, and there was a man and a woman, and he looks like he was holding packages, and she had a hat on and was holding his arm. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cheesy. We're gonna read this. Oh my God, it was such a good book. It's called the Winter Nights series, I think. Yeah, can I remember what the... Oh, let's see. I don't know. Don't start. Is it going to let me? It says loading. Okay, so I'm on my... I don't know what is this called. In my car, there's, you know, the screen. So... Can I see? No. Don't know what I just did. No. Oh, use that, Becky. Okay. So the one I'm reading now, which I didn't realize that I was reading a third book in a series, which I hate when that happens, but this time it was like, oh, there's probably a little backstory that I was missing, but they talked about it easy enough that it was like, okay. So the first book that I'm reading today is 8 Winter Nights. So it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, but I forgot what it was called, but it was a cheesy cover. That's all I was going for, the cheesy cover. It was, and you can get all 3 books for free on Audible. So after I was done with that, I was like, oh, I wonder if there's another book. And I was like, oh, that was book 3. Like, okay, let me see how much book 1 is. Because if book 1 is under $10, I'm not going to use the credit. I'll just use money, you know? Because 1 credit is $19.99 or $15.99. $15.99? I think it's $15.99. You get 1 credit a month, which I really need to look into, but I don't think you can. I want to be able to, like,
the traffic light.
You know, Christmas, ask for an Audible gift card and just have either cash or credits on it.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn right on
That would be
Wagner
nice.
Avenue.
I guess I could always ask for a Visa gift card and put that on, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I was very happy when I found that the 2 other books were on there and they were for free. The first one, the one I'm reading right now, is 2 hours and like 46 minutes. I wasn't stopping because I was looking at my screen. I was looking at the GPS. I couldn't see how many more streets ahead. It's not this one, but it's the next one. Yeah, so, but I did do good. I did 700 stitches on the Tweety Bird. I think it's season tweeting.
Turn right.
Then I did 200 stitches on the heart one. 200 stitches on the plaid house. And I was like, no, I'm not feeling these. And it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 o'clock. I'm like, okay, I'll still do Christmas. I messaged Danielle. I'm like, okay, I gotta work on something fun. I said, you can pick it. She never picked it though. But the funny thing is she knew exactly what I was talking about. It was the walking Christmas gnomes. One's holding a tree, one's gingerbread cookies. Oh, good. Is this person home? Because this car was not here earlier. Oh, I'll be so happy. So happy. Okay. That means I can go back and do my thrift sheets too. Okay, so. Yeah, so I pull it out because it's 4 different ones. It's the Christmas tree, the gingerbread, the reindeer, and the ornaments. I was like, okay, I'm going to pull it out, and the one that has the least amount of stitching I'm going to work on. Well, it was it was like a tie. The gingerbread and the ornaments one. And I'm like, and where I was going to have to work would be the beards, and I'm like, I don't want to do white stitches when, oh, excuse me. Now I got the hiccups. When I sit down for the first time and work on a project, okay, hold my breath. Hopefully that will work. So I held my breath and now I'm out of breath. My asthma is so bad today, guys. So if I don't notice when I'm breathing hard or wheezing, or well, I notice when I wheeze, but yeah, so whatever, it's no big deal. So so I decided to do the one with the Christmas tree. Well, that's the one Danielle was working on, because she's doing them on the same piece of fabric. I'm doing them separately. But the reason I did this one is because I remember this night too. I was just going to town on the red, and it looks like the gnome is a ghost and he's floating. It's hilarious. I love it. So I did 800 stitches on it last night. John, about I don't know, I think it was 9:30, was like, hey, you ready to go lay down? I'm like, no, I'm not, and I won't be anytime soon, so you just go ahead and go lay down. And oh no, I asked him, that's right, I said, hey, are you gonna be up much longer? Which, it kind of upset me, because I think he thought that I didn't want him in the living room. I felt like he thought I was kicking him out, and I told him I'm not kicking you out, and he's like, no, I was planning on going. I'm like, I just wanted to know, can I put on a book, or are we gonna watch the closer? Or if you're really gonna stay up later, we'll watch OP Live, or whatever it is. Yeah, I think it's OP Live. On Patrol Live. Because if he was only going to stay up for an hour, then we would just do one episode of the closer. So he's like, no, I'm going to go to bed. And when he gets up and does things, we pause the TV. I'm one of those people, if you're going to talk, I'm pausing. When I watch TV, I'm watching TV and I'm stitching. So, like when he gets up to go in the back room for something or whatever, go to the bathroom, I pause what we're watching and then I go to a program that I'm watching. So yesterday's program was The Amazing Race, which I think I only got through two episodes. Yeah, I'm telling you, yes, this whole weekend I just been scatterbrained and just like, I don't know, not focused. And that's not like me at all. Exhausted, but then when it's time to go to bed, wide awake. And I blame it on Johnny. He got me a cherry Pepsi. Well, he got himself a cherry Pepsi, and I just wasn't feeling good. Saturday, about, I think it was like 3 o'clock, I just was like not doing good. Maybe it was more like 5 o'clock. Anyways, it doesn't matter what time, right? So I said, hey, you got a Pepsi in there, which I hate Pepsi. I like Coke. I said, can I have a sip of it? He's like, you can just have it. I'm like, okay, I just need the fizzies. The reason I don't like Pepsi, I like Coke over Pepsi. Coke has more fizziness to it. And it's a different taste and everything. But cherry Pepsi, I do like the flavor of it. It still doesn't have as much fizzies, but whatever. He's like, you can just have the whole thing. I'm like, okay. I said, I'm just not feeling myself. I just feel like, ugh, and I felt like, I don't know, just, my stomach was a little like, ugh. Anyway, right? I think, because I gave up all caffeine. I gave up all caffeinated pop. So I think having that Pepsi, which I didn't chug all at once, I just kept drinking, and then probably about 10 o'clock I took the last drink. I think that caffeine messed with me, and I stayed up till 5 o'clock in the morning. What was I doing? Well, I was listening to the best book ever, and I just couldn't put it down. Even though I've read it like probably, it has to be at least 50 times by now. Who's listening to Harry Potter? Book 1. So I was in that and I was playing my games on my phone, and yeah, so there's that. So then yesterday I woke up at 10 o'clock? 9:30, 10 o'clock. I woke up because Becca was leaving for work. So that woke me up. Toby was not happy. So then I was just like, I was exhausted. I had 5 hours sleep, which, I mean, you can live on 5 hours of sleep. But 5 hours of sleep 2 nights in a row is not good, you know? Oh, yeah, because, well, maybe it wasn't the drink, because Friday night I didn't go to bed until 4 o'clock in the morning, and I got up at 9. So I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna be going through the gas station. Not gas station, car wash. Yeah, so I'm just not myself. I don't feel like doing a floss tube. I did get a lot of good stitching in. 2,000, I think, for the whole weekend. Maybe even, it's probably more than that, because I did 7,200, 200, 800, but I can't remember what I did Friday. And I can't remember what I worked on Friday. But yeah. So I will be working on my gnomes and my one gnome. I'm just gonna, this guy does not know what he's doing. Do not put me. I swear, if this car wash shuts down because he has us so close, I'm gonna be pissed. He didn't tell me to turn my wheels or anything. I just ran into the railing. Okay, it's gonna get loud. I'm getting off of here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Hello! It is Tuesday. Okay, 600 stitches in the Christmas tree walking gnome. Yeah. I have to do a floss tube today. If not, then I'm just like, you know, screwing myself, because, yeah. Then I won't do one, and then I don't like doing every other week. I do, but I don't. Because I like talking about the prior week. I guess that would work too. The previous week. And it gets confusing when I had to go. And then, but the previous week. So, and I need to pick some new projects. I did miscalculate. This is the last week of the Christmas. And thank God, I'm done with Christmas. Oh my God, I'm sick of working on Christmas. I want my... do I ever think I'll do Christmas in July again? If I do, it won't be like this. I can tell you that right now. I might just... I think next year this is how I'm going to work it. Just in July. In December, it is going to be Christmas in December, because that's when you're in the mood to stitch Christmas, right? If next year, now I just got to remember this. I was trying to figure out how to say the previous Becky needs to remember this, but the future Becky, that's what it would be. Oh my God. I'm telling you, I'm still not doing good. I'm still in a funk. And I know it's because of my knee. I can't get comfortable in the chair. It hurts working. It hurts taking a step. I definitely tore something. It's just, it hurts so bad. And it swells. But anywho. Next year, future Becky, remember this. Next year, you're going to do Christmas in July, but you're going to hand pick them. You're not picking them out of a damn jar. I think I'll pick like 5 normal day stuff and then 5 Christmas ones that I can just randomly pick. Yeah, but the walking gnome has to go up today because I'm over the tree. And I can't move the hoop because I want to get the tree done here, so I mean, I could work on more of the other gnome down, but I want to get the darn tree done. Yeah, so, and if I pick walking gnomes, I will probably just pick another walking gnome. Because I don't think I have them separated as tree, cookie, ornament, sled. So, yeah. I just hope that the stocking, Santa's clothes or whatever it's called, gets picked today. I really do. So there's not much left to say. No news. I know this is a short clip. I have nothing to talk about. It's July, going into August. So I'm just stressed and blah. I hate this. It's always these 2 months that are like the worst. Because deliveries are way down, then I'm stressing, am I going to be able to pay my bills? And, yeah. I think it was like last week, Katie asked, do I want to celebrate my birthday on the Friday or the Friday after my birthday? And I'm like, I really don't want to celebrate it at all. I can't do shit. I can't even take them out to dinner. So there's no point. That's why I don't celebrate my birthday. Last year was different. It was 50. You better believe I was going to celebrate my 50th birthday. But usually, I don't celebrate my birthday. So, I just got to get out of this funk. Ooh, shoot. He stopped really fast. Okay. I'm going to get off of here because I am in no mood to talk. There's nothing to talk about. I'm just whining now, and I hate whiny people. So I'm gonna get off of here so you don't have to deal with my whiny ass. I hope you guys have a great day, and hopefully tomorrow is better. Ooh, it is Friday. I will apologize now for so little clips, but it's just one of those weeks where I didn't stitch much. I was basically depressed and I don't know, just weird. And it was the stupidest, silliest little things that would just like make me feel like I was, I don't know how to describe it. Like low self-esteem. Didn't want to be with anyone because I felt like no one wanted to be with me, kind of thing. So, yeah. But last night, oh yeah, so what was it? Wednesday I did the Flosstube, right? I didn't stitch Wednesday or Tuesday. I did pick up my stitching on Wednesday. because by now you guys would have seen the Flosstube. I've been dying to start Santa's clothes or something like that. The clothes of Santa, I think that's what it's called. And I went to stitch it, and it didn't appeal me. I still love the pattern. The pattern looks like it's going to be fun to stitch, but I was just like, no, I can't do this. And then yesterday, when I got home from work, still feeling like crap, and not physically. Well, my knee is killing me, but I'm used to that now. You know, that's just life right now till it heals. Where am I going? I need to not go on the expressway. So let's take this to 10 Mile. The expressway is backed up and my ramp is closed. So Thursday, I got home from work yesterday, and I was like, okay, let me try Santa's clothes again. And I was like, no, I don't feel like doing it. And I think, so this is the worst. This month and next month is the worst months for me, money-wise. It's scraping pennies. You know, I did something that I hate doing. I charged food today to go grocery shopping. So that plays a lot with my mental, you know, because I don't know, it does. All my savings is gone. So it's like, I have like mini panic attacks is basically the best way I can say it. It's like money is on my mind. I need gas to do my job, but it's like, it's just a double-edged sword right now. So I got home and I was like, all I did was I got home and I went in my bedroom, and John calls it, I was in my cave. Lights off, TV off. No, I had the TV on. That's right. I did turn on the TV. I wasn't even playing on my phone. I was just watching Dateline, and that was it. So John came in, which John's been great this time when I go through this. He's been like keeping me company, and you know, so he brought in his stuff to work on his trains, and he was looking so uncomfortable. I'm like, hey, are you staying in here to do that? He's like, yeah, I figured I'd stay in here with you for a little bit. I was like, okay. And so he's like half sitting, half standing. He's on the bed, the edge of the bed, right? And he keeps shifting. And then when he shifts, all of his stuff starts moving, and I'm like, are you comfortable? And he's like, not really, but it's okay. I'm like, do you want to go in the living room? He's like, no, I'm gonna stay in here with you. Which just, it brightened my heart big time. I was like, no, we can go in the living room. We can watch this in the living room. So we're moving to the living room. I'm like, okay, screw it. I think it's a combination of the struggles with money right now, and then working on Christmas, which has put me in a funk. It's not doing me any good. Oh shoot, stay there. Okay, I felt like he was coming in my lane. But no, this guy's gonna come in my lane. Oh, he's not either. Good. I don't know, it just feels like everything was piling. So I texted Danielle and I said, I want to work on something fun, but not Christmas. I don't want to work on Christmas. And so I like threw my phone up on the couch, or or a chair, whatever. It's like a love seat recliners. So I threw my phone up there, and I was walking back to the craft room to see if anything sparked my attention, or however you want to, made me want to stitch. And I heard my phone go off. So I looked at John, I said, "Is that Danielle?" And he picks it up, he goes, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, what'd she say?" And she said, "Beach gnome." I was like, "Tell her yes." So what does he do? He goes, "Becky said yes." I'm like, "No, I said yes. You gotta put all those S's on the end." But I started working on beach gnome last night, and I was very happy. I was very distracted too. I got more stitches in than I thought I would. Oh, here goes the yawning again. Oh my goodness. I got 200 stitches in, which mind you, it was like 5 o'clock, maybe even 6 o'clock. It was late in the afternoon, start of night, when I sat down to stitch and got all organized, because then I how do I say this? I put all my, so I have my master pip and chip, right? And when I do a project, I pick out like 5 or 6 colors that's in the area, and they go in a separate box. And once it gets full, then I put all the pip and chip back. So I was putting all the pip and chip back and pulling the beach gnomes floss. So that took a little bit of time too. But when I thought that I had only done like, I was like maybe 50 stitches, it was really 120. I was like, well, damn, okay. And I was gonna stop and take a picture at every 100, but that didn't work. So yeah. So tonight I'm gonna work on it again, and so is Danielle. So that will be some fun tonight. And then I think tomorrow we are working on Holiday Quaker. And then Sunday I'm going to work on the clothes of Santa. So then Christmas will be done. Because I do want to work, God, I can't stop yawning. I do want to work on Holiday Quaker, and I want to work on Santa's clothing. And John helped me. I didn't like how, well, I don't like that I'm sitting out in the streets. Can we do something? Why are we back this far? There's no stoplight and for a mile, a half a mile. This makes no sense. That panicked me. If you couldn't tell. I don't like being in the intersection like that. What probably happened is they wanted to turn there and they were confused, because years ago, like 2 years ago, you could turn there, and then they did the whole street and you can't turn there anymore. So it confuses people sometimes. It's like, I'm supposed to be able to turn here, but then they made the turning down here now. So, which is a pain in the butt. It really is, because I really like, oh shoot, I'm supposed to get over. Oh well. Oh well, I don't care. Sorry, I'm all over the place. What was I saying? I really do want to work on Holiday Quick. Oh, that's right. The clothes of Santa. So I didn't like, and it was like throwing it off too. So you have Santa's clothes hanging on a Christmas line. No. What is that called? Oh my God. My grandmother, my aunt had them in the backyard. Clothesline. So you have his clothes hanging on the clothesline, right? And then above it, it says Merry Christmas. But it's in yellow. I think it's in 2 different shades of yellow. And it just doesn't look cute. So I told John, I said, okay, we have to change this sign. And he's like, oh, what if you do it in the 2 different shades of blue? And make it kind of like a wintry looking sign. So I did that. And I put maybe, 20 stitches in. And then I said, no, I can't work on this tonight. Because I wasn't feeling it. I wanted to go in my cave and just be a hermit. So yeah. I am looking forward though to Monday to start picking my everyday stuff again and working on that. And I have a lot of new starts that's getting put in too, so I'm kind of excited. And then, sorry, I was yawning again. August 1st, or no, I think I'll just start it Monday. I have to look and see which one I have more of to finish. But at night, when I go to bed, when John says, hey, you ready to go lay down? He doesn't mind if I cross stitch in there. The light doesn't bother him. I'm going to, when we go to bed, do a minimum of 100 stitches each night on, it's going to be a focus project. So, which I'm thinking, if I do 100 each night, which means that's minimum. So if I'm picking up the project, I'm thinking I can probably do 200 to 300 a night. But I'm only committed to doing 100. And this might even be where because okay, let me get it out of my head and let you guys into the conversation. Oh shoot, what did I just do? No, I'm up here. I want to get to Utica. How about if I put the GPS on and let it tell me where to go? Oh my God. Okay, so
3/4 of a mile. Turn right on Utica Road.
words. Oh my God, I can't even think of what I'm trying to say. My nightly projects are going to be yearly sale, country sale, and the cottages.
Before the Walgreens.
And that's all I'm going to be working on until they're all done. After the yearly and cottage are done, then I might put in something fun like, I don't want it to be Gen 1 because I'm not wanting that one done. Maybe like add the train and the Pokemon type chart. I think that's what I'll do.
Turn right at the traffic light.
I don't know. But then, see, after I get done with the yearly sales and country sales, I'm not going to want to focus on it for a whole month of just doing Pokemon. But who knows? Maybe I will. I don't know. I'm not going to, like, talk myself out of it before I even start. So, the yearly sale and country sale are usually anywhere from a little over $2,000 It's in between 2,000 and 3,000 stitches. So I'm thinking each month I should be able to get one of each done and then work on a cottage and then go back to either the yearly or country and then work on one of the cottages. But I want to go home and make sure that I'm working on the one that has the most first, which I want to say is probably the yearly one that I don't have as many done. My goal would be to, and see, this is where I'm thinking too, then at September, I really should stop working on the cottage and go back to country yearly sale. So by the end of the year, all the country and yearly sales are done. I don't care if all the cottages are done. Which, who knows, they could be. I don't know. Okay, what's going on? That cop just did that and this cop just did this. They're looking for someone. If he turns on Masonic, I bet you they're looking for someone on Gratiot or Groesbeck. Okay, I'm wrong. Oh, wait, is he turning? No, he's not turning. Who knows? Anywho. So, but I would really like to get those done. So each month I can change the yearly and country one. And I told John, I said, next year, the one where the cottage is going, because they're the same exact size. I want to change the flowers and put the yearly there for a year. And then put the cottage in the coffin clock. So, he's like, oh, I like that. So it changes it up. I'm like, yep. So, I got big plans. I just need to be motivated to do them. Did I tell you my son got a job? Very happy. He's using his degree, which he was so funny. I called him. He's pissing me off, though. He moved 2 hours away. Is it so hard to call me when big things happen? And it's not like I'm going to keep him on the phone for hours. I can talk to him for 10 minutes and be happy. I can talk to him for 5 minutes. And he's not understanding that. And it's really pissing me off. But anyways, because I miss him. I miss him so much. I called him on, I don't even remember what day it was. And I forgot what I called him about, too. It was something stupid. I know that. And he said, oh, by the way, I got a job. I'm like, yeah. Oh, I text him. It was texting. That's right. I feel like I told this story already, but I'm going to tell it again. So, oh, shoot. I need to get over. Okay, you're putsy, so I'm going to go in front of you. So, he said, by the way, I got a job. And I was like, okay, I'm calling you. Because I like to hear his voice and hear the enthusiasm, or, you know, I like to hear the emotion in his voice. And I think he called me and I answered. He goes, and you're gonna be happy, I'm using it. And I'm like, oh my God, I knew exactly what he meant. He's using his degree he got for cooking. He was the top 10 or 5. I can't remember now. He was the top of his class. And it's drove me crazy that he never used his degree. So, he's very excited about it. He's going to be working at a senior citizen home as the one of the chefs. He's only part-time. But he says he thinks he wants to just stay part-time and do Walmart part-time, because the nursing home, he only is working from 6 to 2. 6 in the morning to 2 p.m. So, but that's right up Jonathan's aisle. Oh, shoot. Where's the Tim Hortons? Is it? It's hiding behind the tree. Did you see the sign? Because I didn't see the sign. Darn it. So it's right up his alley. He doesn't like to be a shorthand cook, where like at a restaurant where the orders are different. He likes to make multiples of one thing. He really enjoyed the catering. When he was in school, he could sign up for extra credit and do the catering gigs, and he always loved doing the catering. And that's kind of what the nursing home is. You know, you make a big bulk of stuff. Okay, where's the front door? This is so confusing. Okay, there it is. Ooh. Okay, I will be back. So I'm back. So anyways,
Please drive to
I was super excited that he got the job. So of course, because he's working, you know, with a nursing home, and well, you know, the senior citizens, he had to do a TB test. So he was supposed to know, I think it was Tuesday, you know, he goes back because he had to do the longer one, where the more intense one, basically. So, well, that's what he said. I think it's the same one, but anyways, who knows? I don't know. I had to do it for working with in daycare.
Turn right.
I'd have to go get a TB test.
Turn right at the stop sign.
So anyways, I called him Tuesday, and I'm like, so? Or no, I called him, I want to say it was Wednesday. I'm like, so? I think that's what put me in the depression too, that I didn't want to stitch on Wednesday. It was just like another thing that piled on that was like, I couldn't shake. That's the best way to explain it. I can shake things off very easily, but when I get in this mood, it's like everything just piles on top of me, and I feel like you can't shake anything off. If that makes any sense, it does to me.
Turn right at the traffic light.
So I called him and said, so? He's like, so what? I'm like, did you get your test? You know, did you go and get checked for your test results? I mean, all they do is you walk in there, they put this, well, okay, now, mind you, holy shit, I'm aging myself. This was 30 years ago when I did a TB test. You would go back and they would put this card up against it, and they would tell you you're clear, and, you know, sign the paper, and then you could start your job.
Turn left on East 14 Mile.
So he's like, oh, yeah, I was clear. He goes, I was a little worried. I got a couple of bumps, but they went away right away or something like that. I was like, oh, okay. Who knows? He was probably like scratching because he thought about it, you know. But he was cleared. And I said, okay, so what's the next step? And he's like, I don't remember what day he said, that he has to go, I think it was that day, or was it yesterday? Who knows? He had to go somewhere, which I don't live out there, so I don't know if it's 10 minutes, 40 minutes away to go do his fingerprints. And he's like, and then they'll do a background check too. I'm like, well, yeah, usually when they do fingerprints, that's part of the background check, you know? And so I had to run in the hospital. I said, okay, I'll be right back. And when I got out, he was off the phone. And it was like, at that time we started talking about gardens. It was like, he still hasn't called me back. And it's like, oh, I'm not going to cry, but I feel it. It's like, God darn it. Why can't we just talk for a little bit, you know? It was real interesting, too, what we were talking about. Because he wants to start Katie wants to start a garden. I don't know if he wants to start a garden. Because he knows how much work is involved. But we were talking about it. And just like, okay, I probably lost signal. Because it was saying that I was in Canada. Because I was by the Detroit River. And right across is Canada. And when I'm very close to it, sometimes it says, you have now entered Canada. I'm like, no, I'm still in the United States. Thank you. So, I don't know. He's pissing me off. He's not pissing me off. He's hurting me is what he's doing. I thought it was the boys who stuck with you. The girls go away. Or is it the other way around? The girls stay with you and the boys... He was a mama's boy. I thought. Okay, I'm just gonna get off here because now I'm all like, ugh. But I cannot wait for Monday. Let Monday come so I can get back to my normal stitching. One I do want to pull out this weekend. I need to pull out Anna Green Gables, and because whenever it gets picked, I don't have the progress updated in Pattern Keeper because it was one of those things that was a sale, and I started on the first part, and then, of course, like any sale that I do, I got behind. And then I was like, oh, I'm just going to wait for all the pieces to come. So it's one big part, one big pattern instead of part 1, part 2, part 3. Oh, my work called. Yeah, so I just waited till all the parts were released. And then I just put the whole pattern into Pattern Keeper. But I have to go on Pattern Keeper and figure out what I have stitched already. So, oh yeah, and I think I got sidetracked too on the yearly and country and cottage sale. What I could do too is, because it's Pattern Keeper, if I only do like 150, oh no, my husband's calling. Okay, let's try this one more time. So, with Pattern Keeper, if I only do 130 stitches, because another thing, I'm not going to use this one for events. Like, I'll still post them in the group, but this is my plan. Let me just get this out and then it'll make sense. So, what I can do is, and it'll keep good track too of how many total stitches it is. I'll just reset when I go to sit down to stitch that night. I'll revert it back to the day before. So then Pattern Keeper will still just keep piling on the stitches. It won't know that it's 5 days later, you know. So I can do 100 plus whatever, and just keep it going. But no matter what, it will be 100. So if I did like 147, well then the next night I can stop at 247. Or I could keep going, but then, you know, each night when I sit down to know, okay, so this is what we're doing. We have to do 100 stitches. So that's my plan. Hopefully it works. But I'm going to get off of here. There's so many clips now to be put together, and I got so distracted. Sorry it was a Debbie Downer, but that's how I've been. So, you know, let you guys know what's going on. I hope this place is not crazy. This new chicken place opened up. Oh, good. It doesn't look like it. I was scared that the parking lot was going to be like crazy.
Avenue.
I've been seeing on Facebook, people can't wait for this It's called Lee's Famous Chicken. Who the hell Lee is, I don't know. But they've been waiting for this to open. So I got a delivery there. Okay, guys, I hope you have a great one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.